Do you hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I love? Patreon.com/inkdependence, where patrons get access to a patron-only Discord, ad-free videos, and the joy of knowing they help support this channel. What's up, folks? This is Mike, and today I have quite the haul unboxing sort of video for you. Whenever I get going with this company, it's a bit of a problem. So I have been saving up some affiliate cash using that code down there, inkdependence, when you check out at Atlas Stationers. Thank you to everybody who uses that. It makes wild things like this possible for sure. And I kind of went hard on this one. It's the end of the year. There was a one pen that I've been just drooling over a little bit. There's another pen that just dropped. There's another, and then another pen just dropped. I'm like, oh, I really want those. So let's get in here and I'll show you what I got. All right, so we have a jingle all the way here. They always have a card. This one they drew on. That's really pretty neat. And I know they've got to be going fast when they do these because they got to do a whole bunch of them. But yeah, that looks nice. All right. So there are 3 big pen boxes in here. Let's take a look. Before we get to those boxes, though, I want to show you another thing that I got in this box. Before I show you those pen boxes, anyway, let me start with a couple of small things. One of them is this, which is Kaweco, who makes little pocket pens, among other things, has long had this little converter right here, the Kaweco pocket pen push converter. And the problem with this is that this piston rod thing takes up so much room in the pen that if you're using like a Lilliput or a Kaweco Sport or something, you can only get about this much ink in it usually, especially with like the little Lilliput and such like that, because it's got to be about the same size as the standard international converter. So it's got this much room, which means maybe it has a little bit more room than that. But you can probably have about that much ink in your converter, which is just not much. That's just a tiny little sip of ink. And that's always a problem. And so I always tell folks, don't bother with this converter. It's a big old waste of time. It doesn't do very well. Just get cartridges and refill that cartridge with a blunt syringe. I sell those on my shop sometimes. They're easy to find and they will make your life easier. So Kaweco, had to know that was a problem with their converter. And so they just released this little one, which is the Kaweco Mini Foldable Piston Converter. And what you get here is this little foldable piston rod. So it uses the same sort of thing as the other one, which is a little push piston converter. But this one, you can put it all the way down, and then when you pull it out, you just flip this other half back down. And this doesn't feel very sturdy, but it's going to be inside a pen. Just don't manhandle it, and I think it'll be totally fine. But then you just put it like that, and it can't be pushed down again. But you get the same size as this one, the original mini push converter. But you get way more ink, probably 2/3 more ink than you would with the other one. So I think that's pretty good. Now you get not quite as much ink as you would get in a cartridge. Obviously, you're missing this little back bit, but probably 3/4 what you would get in a cartridge, I would say. Well, 2/3. Anyway, you get a lot more than you get with the original piston push converter thing, because you can fold this down. I think that's pretty good. It's not the sturdiest thing in the world. Costs $8, so it's not the cheapest thing in the world. But if you really want to have a converter for your Kaweco Sports or your Lilliputs or what have you, or that'll do it. It'll also fit in other pocket pens like this Shown Design Pocket 6. It'll totally fit in here too, or any other fountain pen that you have that will take cartridges only, because this little converter is the same size as a cartridge. So if you have a standard international cartridge pen, you can pop this converter in there. So that's really handy, and it'll work for a wide range of pens. That's neat. And so good job. Good job, Kaweco. I think that you did good. You did good there. All right. So that's one of the small things. I have another small thing that I got in this package. And that is this. I couldn't not get this washi tape. It's Soda from Hitotoki, and it is just these cute little cats. I haven't even actually opened this yet because I was kind of waiting for this video to do that. So let's get in here because I want to get a look at these cats. But I know they're going to be real cute. So let me just get in here. Where's the end? You can see it's just cat faces. It's one of those PET tape things, a pet tape, and this one happens to have pets on it. So double pet. I feel the edge. There we go. There we go. Look at those. Oh, we got a little dog on there too. How about that? Starts out with a dog. Just dogs and cats. Look at those whiskers on those cats. Very fun. You can cut these individually, so you have like little stickers. You could just use it as the bottom border of something. You could use it to seal up an envelope. Like, it's useful for all kinds of things. It's quite sticky. It's not the typical masking tape washi. This is like sticker tape essentially, and that is real fun. So I had to grab that. It was too good to pass up. And there were a few others that were like this. I was like, oh, those are really fun too. But I limited myself because I went bonkers on pens, as you're about to see. So let's get on those pens. All right. So this is the one that was in my cart for, this is maybe not on my cart for the longest. In fact, it wasn't in my cart for the longest. We're going to start here anyway. This is the Narwhal Nautilus. This is the 365 limited series. And this is the anniversary one called the Plunger. I really like the Nautilus. I think it's the best pen that Narwhal makes. This is a nice little box. I think the pen of the year, like the tiger pen or whatever, was in this as well. It's a little magnet thing. It reminds me of a Vanishing Point box, actually, is what we got going on here. So you open this up, and there's the Plunger. The Plunger was named after, I want to say, a submarine, which makes sense. But this is an all titanium version of the Nautilus. In fact, let me go look up the story right quick. Yes, I was right. The Plunger, which I'm not sure if I'm saying that right at all, is the actual French submarine that the legendary Nautilus from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea was based on. And this is all titanium, as I said, and it is a version of the Narwhal Nautilus. I have these in acrylic, and I have them in ebonite, and this titanium one is just super slick and cool looking. They've made some changes from the standard one. Let's see if I have one handy. I don't. Bad mic. You did bad planning. But the clip here is different. They went with this sort of wraparound clip here. Still a spring-loaded sort of articulated clip. Actually, this is a very nice clip they have going on here. It's all one piece. This little nub down here. They've taken away the little linings for the windows. They're now just drilled holes. You can see through there. You do have to kind of align it so that you're looking through a corner because they're not set exactly offset, or not set exactly straight through. You know, this is a piston pen, so you'll be able to see the piston here soon. There is the nib, typical Narwhal nib. I got it in double broad, and I'm showing right now at Atlas that only the stub is available. I don't know how many more of these there are going to be. I know that there weren't terribly many of these made. Actually, does it say? I don't actually know. Maybe it says on the pen. Oh, there it is. I have number 64 of 365. So that makes sense. So 64 out of 365. It is a fairly heavy pen since it is all titanium, and there is a big piston assembly back here, which is going to make it even heavier. For my wife, this is too back heavy. Her hands are a little bit smaller than mine, and so more of this sticks out past the back. For me, it just kind of rests in the web of my hand. I don't think this is going to be troublesome at all. It feels fine. To use the piston, you just twist this piston knob, and you'll see if you watch right here, very soon. Man, this is smooth. There it was. There's that piston going past the window. So you do have a nice ink window there. It does have a really generous ink capacity, and it locks up nice and tight. There's no wiggle there once you have it locked in. So yeah, this is a beautiful pen, and I really like it. You also have a nice plastic inner cap there, so it won't dry out or any of that. Yeah, this is very nice. Well done, Narwhal. I appreciate this. So yeah, really nice pen, very sleek, very cool. Yeah, the Plunger. So grab these while you can, if you can. I'm not sure when this video is going to come out, but man, these are probably going kind of fast. That's why I didn't want to wait. I feel like I waited a long time, and there were still some left, which surprised me. But these will be available all over the place. They're not like an Atlas exclusive or anything, so do look around if you can't find them over at Atlas. All right, next up. All right. So this is the thing that made me sort of buy this cart and just like go, you know what, let's do it. It's the end of the year, it's Christmas, let's get it going. This is the Leonardo Momento Zero, and this is an Atlas Stationers exclusive. The Momento Zero primary manipulation 4.5. This one has rose gold trim. They also have one with it was ruthenium was the other one. So I went for the rose gold because this pen looks bonkers with rose gold, I think. So let's get in here. I am surprised that there are so many of these left. It looks like they have them in all the various nib sizes. They are limited to 150 pens though. So the PM 4.5 is a Jonathan Brooks resin. Jonathan Brooks has been doing this resin he calls primary manipulation. He's been doing it for a very long time, it feels like, but lots of different versions. Let's take that off, leave the little Leonardo thing in there. So this is what mine looks like. These are one of these very swirly, complicated resins, and so none of them are going to look exactly the same, although they will have the same kind of colors going on. But mine got big, bold swaths of like black and orange and blue, these pearlescent bits in here, some really bold purples up here mixed in with the blacks, this kind of like coppery section going through here. I think this is gorgeous. I never worry about what my particular one is going to look like, even though this does look a lot different from the one that I'm looking at on the screen. That one seems to have less black in it, but some of the others they show definitely have a lot more of the black and all that sort of thing. I think mine's gorgeous. Like I said, I got that rose gold trim, which you can see there on the clip and on the cap bands and on the nib, which is a really beautiful nib. I just went ahead and got a medium nib this time. They have every size from extra fine up to like 1.5 stubs and elastic versions and all that. I've gotten elastic ones the last few times, and I just kind of want to just get a regular old medium. Just make it a medium, you know? This pen does have a converter that you can access from the back if you like. This is the converter. You can use it like a piston if you want. You just unscrew this little tail cap, but you don't have to. You can just open it up like any other cartridge and converter pen. You can slap a standard international cartridge in there if you want, or you have a threaded converter, which is rose gold to match the rest of the hardware, which I think is very classy. And I love a threaded converter. It just makes it feel much more secure, and like you're not going to have any leaks. There's no chance of this just like coming loose or anything like that. Works, you know, just like a regular old cartridge converter piston would, but looks really pretty. I'm very happy about this. Audrey really wanted one of these too. She's like, yeah, we've got to get this. Look how good that looks. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually my first primary manipulation pen. I don't know how. It's just kind of the way it's worked out. But this is a gorgeous pen. It has a really nice amount of weight right here because of the metal assembly in here around that cartridge area. It's just kind of it's bold and it's beautiful. I love this thing. It's bold and beautiful, you might say. Wow, look at the finial on that. Let's see if I can get it to focus right there. Look at those stripes going through it. Oh, it's awesome. So yeah, great, super hot. Love that. I'm just gonna put that back in there. That one will be getting filled probably very soonish. All right, so that's the second one. There is one more pen left. As if that wasn't enough. Told you, end of the year, I may have lost my mind just a little bit. The last pen is this one. This is a big old sailor box, and you know what that means. That means it's King of Pen time. I have for the last couple of years, and now the third year in a row, gotten the a Sailor Pro Gear King of Pen, and I have been really enjoying the Tea Time ones. And this year's is really pretty. I actually didn't know this was the Tea Time pen because I didn't read the title well enough when I looked at it the first time. It's the Tea Time Around the World KOP Fountain Pen Afternoon Tea 3 Tiers is what this one's called. It's all kinds of names. We've got so many names. And also, I'm recording this very late at night. It's 3:01. So, and my phone and my watch is about to die. So, this is not your typical Sailor box. This is the King of Pen box. And getting in here, you see your King of Pen resting on this pillow. So the last two I got were the Kassam and the Spice Tea. Underneath this pillow, you have some Sailor stuff, cartridges and paperwork and things like that. This little pillow, which was propped up on this, so it's presented very nicely there. And this is your pen. The King of Pen is a much larger pen than the rest of the Sailor lineup. It is really big by Sailor standards, as you can see here. And this is a gorgeous pen, just so classy with the white and the silver trim and like the little like details there around the cap band. Just says Sailor Japan, founded 1911. It's got these little hashes and like a little slanty bit going down to the body here. You have the finials in this sort of baby blue color here. You have this gold insignia up here with the Sailor logo, that newer Sailor logo, that stylized anchor. When you open it up, You have a different color here on the section, which is this bold pop of dark blue, and then that massive silver nib, which is always a little bit soft. I can feel a little softness there. Not a huge amount. This is not a flex nib, but it is so soft in comparison to the rest of the Sailors. It's just a very comfortable pen to use. It's got a great section width here. It's got a good weight. It's got a good length. It's a gorgeous pen. They are quite expensive, but they're also just wonderful to write with. They are just like wet and expressive, and I really love them. One of the problems with the Sailor, the only problem with the King of Pen is that I love it so much. I always save up and try to convince myself to get this at the end of the year, and yeah, I hope it's a tradition that I can keep going. So yeah, like I said, I kind of went a little bonkers this year. In fact, I almost put this ink in here. How wild would that be, right? But maybe I'll put white hole in here. I have not decided yet. Maybe this spider will help me decide. I don't know. But, again, thanks to all y'all who have supported me this year through Patreon and watching videos on this channel and telling your friends to subscribe and using all those affiliate codes down there. All that sort of thing goes to help defray the cost of getting stuff like this so I can try it out and show it to you and share it with you and bring it to pen shows and I don't know, let you write with it if you're into that. So, thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the cockles of my heart. I'm super lucky to be in a position where I can do this because of y'all. It's all because of y'all. So, thanks very much. And, happy holidays. I hope you're having a good winter break. I hope you're being able to spend time with family, whether blood relations or chosen family, and do those things that make you happy and make your life a little bit better. So think about what you put out in the world. Make it a better place. I know you will. And until next time, peace out, y'all.